Hi guys, welcome to Learning Electronics Repair. I have a couple of component testers here. These are for testing logic ICs and maybe a few other things. And I bought these myself for my own money from AliExpress, okay? So this is the other one. Let's have a quick look to see what we do have. This one is a TES200. Seems to have a microcontroller, which they've scraped the markings off. Let's see if we can actually read that a little bit later. The other side of the board isn't populated. A guessing voltage regulator, AMS1117. This is a voltage regulator, okay. This is a 5-volt one, and it's saying power in from 7 to 12 volts, so we connect this to our power supply. And it came like this, so there's a separate little screen. We can see this here, 1602A. There's no instruction manual supplied with this, but I can see that pictures of it, and I can see that the display fits this way. Just a little bit tricky getting it in there. Okay, it's in like so. Has a nasty fingerprint on it now. I'll just remove that. It would be possible to actually fit this the other way up, but that is incorrect, okay? In fact, it wouldn't, because you can't then push the lever down. So that, if for no other reason, we'll tell you that is incorrect. So there we have this tester. I'll clean my fingerprints off that, and in the meantime, let's have a look at the listing on AliExpress. So this is the actual tester. There are a few different sellers of this, mostly around this price, including VAT. Of course, I live in the Canary Islands, we don't pay VAT, so I got 21% off this. So this cost me about €20. I guess the price will vary a little bit depending where you are. It had free shipping, okay. And it has, well, only 5 reviews. Let's have a quick look. Not much information there. Here's a description. So it says for 7.4 series and 4.0 series. So this is TTL and CMOS logic chips, more than 200 types. Select the chip, I think this must be, select the type between the key. So there's a mode key, which you select the range, I think. And then you choose the type that you want to test, the type of chip. These are the ones it will test, you can see. So not all of them, just certain ones. 4.0 and 4.5 series, we can see here. Okay, so those are chips we can test as well with this. What else does it tell us? Yeah, mode selects the type, up and down chooses the model, and tests it. So this doesn't automatically detect the type of chip. You select the one you want to test, one of the ones which is on the list, and you press test and it tests it. So that is really, really easy to use, I guess. In that case then, let's try it and let's see if it is as simple as that. I've set the power supply to 9 volts. I guess you could run this from a 9-volt battery as well. Yeah, we'll plug it in, it lights up. And we have a very nice clear display. According to the manual then, mode will go between 4000 and 7400. So I guess if you want to go to the 4.5, then it must just be, step up through the ones. Oh, holding it down goes fast. And I'm guessing they go up in the sort of numerical order and eventually come to 4.5, whatever. Oh yeah, we can see. So after 4099, then 4502 is the next one, and so on. Yeah, and then it goes into the 401. So yeah, like 40,000 is more than 4.5. So it's just literally numerical order, and it comes back round. So that's how we select the chip. I'm guessing if we don't have a chip, we just, IC is bad. Well, it's actually not there, okay. Go into the 7400, let's have a quick look at this. Again, just in numerical order. Notice it's also telling us what the chip actually is. That's quite nice, actually. Tells us the basic operation of the chip. Yeah, it comes back around. So the operation seems to be as simple as that. You've also got a down button, so you haven't got to go round and round. Again, it's saying the gates are not okay because it's not there. So I have a handful of logic chips. Let's look at the 7400 first. I have some that are like 7400, then 74HC, 74C, ALS, and maybe various other series. So as a kind of a random-ish test, let's just try what I have and let's see how it works. I don't have huge numbers of these, but we can see some 7414, 7407. You can see we have the HC, we have the ones without any letters in, HCT. This one, what's this one here? Yeah, another HCT, 04B. And I have a few more lots of these as well, so we can try some. Let's just go with this one. So what is this one again? 74HCT04. According to the usage I've seen of this, you actually put the chip in from the bottom. Okay. 7404, not gate test. Yeah, really, it's as simple as that, actually. Try a few more of these. So another, this one's HC7414. Okay. Yep, hex inverter. I have to say the operation of this seems to be very simple, actually. HCT 7402. So it looks like we simply ignore the letters, we just go with the number 7402, NOR gate, quad NOR gate, I think this is actually. Soon find out, test. Yeah. I have to say, not used this before, it's very simple to operate, very quick to be quite honest. 7407. This is a pull from somewhere, so let's see if it's any good. Yeah. Okay. I'll have a few chips which are like higher numbered in the series. Let's see if it tests these. 74HC139238. Maybe I have some here which it doesn't test. Takes a few seconds to get up here, of course. Well, demux, demultiplexer. 74HC32. I think these are OR gates or something like that. So the operation of this is really simple. In fact, it's almost therapeutic, just sitting here going through these chips and testing just to see if they're good or not. Yeah, OR gates. I thought that was OR gate. Yeah. 74HC244. I have quite a lot of these for some reason. Could be a shift register or something like that. Let's see. Well, it fits in. Does it recognise this chip? Gone rather too far that time. Well, in actual fact, it doesn't know that chip. So I'm assuming if I press it on the wrong chip, it'll just say it's bad. So that particular one is not in its list. Let me just make sure I have a number. Yeah, 244. Yep, for whatever reason, it doesn't actually have that one in the list. So it won't test everything. 541, 573. Let's see. Oh, it says LED test as well. Yeah, so a lot of these chips I'm finding now are not actually in the list. Oh, that one it does test, 595. Okay. Good. And we have a few 4000 series. Although I'm pretty sure this will work exactly the same. We can just try a few. So these 4047 I think are defective if you watch my previous videos, but I don't have the facility to test those on this tester. Maybe these 4030. Let's have a look. So mode. Let's try. Yeah, so the operation is the same. There really isn't any difference. Here's another one. 4049, is that on the list? Yep. Good. What's this one? 4015, okay. Yeah, shift register test. Good. So there's not a lot to say about this really, guys. I mean, it works. Maybe the range of chips it will test is a little bit limited. I found some in my collection that it will not test. Another thing I would add is that obviously we have a lot of chips like these days. So what this is, a 20-pin chip, it's a 20-way socket. So I think I'll have a look for an adapter actually, so we can test these as well. Would be a rather useful addition to this. These sort of adapters, so that I think is a 20-way, 28-way. That's the 8-way, but I'm sure we will find, yeah, SOP 20, and there may be another 20. I'm guessing this is for different. Yes, that one says 209 mil and 300 mil. It looks like one is wider than the other, but maybe if you get one of those and one of these, stick them in the basket. In fact, I think I probably will do that actually. And then the useful, you might have something like this with your EEPROM programmer. I don't have any for this size of chip. They're the same sort of adapters you normally have with EEPROM programmers anyway. So yeah, a few adapters like that would probably be a nice addition. Let's face it then, this does what it says on the tin, yeah? It does what it says on the tin. It does the job. It's not expensive. It's a nice little gadget to have. Don't really see any reason not to have one. So yeah, give that a thumbs up I think. If you've got 20 odd euros spare and you want another toy, yeah, not bad at all that. Let's have a look at this other one I have. And here is the other tester. So this one is a KT152. This automatically detects the type of chip. That's the first thing I've noticed. And it comes in two versions. There's a battery powered version, which I have, and also a USB powered version. Although I believe the USB is just for power, not for like getting some app on your computer to display something, okay? This is the tester, similar price. So this is the USB version. This is the battery powered version, okay? So AAA battery, measures the current, yeah, about 200 milliamps. No power consumed and the test button isn't pressed. Yeah, the USB interface is for power taking, yeah, okay. It has a single LED digit. So with this one, we have just one 7-segment display. The quality of the packaged device can be tested. The model can be judged according to the function. So it automatically detects them, can test LED display devices. So more things effectively, okay. Put the tested chip in. The chip's notch is downwards. The upper end is aligned and locked. Okay, that's what it says. So that's one pin, one downwards, I think. Press test. If the chip is intact, the LED digital tube, that means the 7-segment display, will display the model of the tested chip. Okay, if it's damaged, it doesn't, it says error, ERR. Or the chip model is one it doesn't recognize, okay? The trouble is with that, unless you have a list of all the chips that it knows, you won't know whether it's failing because the chip is faulty or it's one that it can't test. That's how I understand that. Okay? Well, I think I've found a list of what this thing will test. Okay, so 7.4 series, LS, HC, ALS, 5.4 series, 4000. You can see quite a few here. And then it says digital integrated circuits are within the test range as, and then have a big blank space, but just by chance I realised if you drag your mouse over that, you can actually see the list. So again, this doesn't test the 4047, the ones I had problems with previously. It actually seems to have a very similar list to the other one, and then it gives us a number of op amps, things like NE555, some ULN chips. Okay. It says it will test 24-pin chips. Okay. And it says there are software updates, although it doesn't specifically say where they're from. I'm guessing somebody's already got one of these and probably knows this one. The price on this listing is €38, but in actual fact a lot of people are selling this programmer for around €23, the same as the other one. So we've got an idea now of what we can actually test with this. Let's have a little play with it. I figured out how you put the chips in now just by looking at some pictures. Basically the description wasn't good. So these are the 4047s, we can't test those. Here's a 4030. So this is what they class as the bottom where the display is, and we put the chip in like this. So this is like effectively your ground end. It goes in back to front to what you might imagine. We press the button. So you hold it in for a moment, that's how you test it. So we hold it in. And it's flashing numbers at us, but oh, I'll tell you what. D-O... Huh. I mean, I know what the chip is. Oh, it's saying CD4030. Yeah. And that means it's good. Try something else. 4049. We had this one in the other tester. Okay, so it goes in this way round. You have to hold the button in. CD4030. 749. That's how it works. This is 4053. Okay. Yeah, you sort of get used to it a little bit, to be quite honest. I can see this is handy if you have some chip where the data is scratched off, the number. I see the real problem being that if we take it like this, we know it doesn't support 4047. Put this in. error. So it's saying error. But that's not telling us whether that is a faulty chip or whether that is not on the supported list unless you have the list. Okay. I guess if you have the list, fair enough. But if you have some chip with a scratched off marking and it says error, it may well be it just doesn't recognise it. Take it with a pinch of salt, okay? This is a 74573. I've actually just checked on the list. It is supported. 74-573. Right. This dash thing, according to what I have found in the documentation, if it puts a dash in, then it's something like an ALS or a HC or various other variations, LS. If it doesn't put the dash, then it's either a 74573 or a 74H573. Anything else will put the dash in. Okay. I'm really interested to see how well this works with these op amps and things like NE555. Let's see then. So LM324, this is supported. Yeah, 324. LM393. From a very dubious first impression, I rather like this thing. 339. Error. Oh, stupid me, I put it in the wrong place. Okay, let's leave that in the video, just goes to show. Put it in the right way round, see if it actually still works, that'd be interesting. 339. The good old LM358. I wonder if I could find some pin compatible chip with that, which I have. If it will actually mistake it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are a pin compatible dual op amp BA4560. What do you think of this? Let's have a look. ERR. Let's just check if those two actually are pin compatible. So the BA4560 and the LM358. Well, yeah, as I thought. So this is the LM358. So we have the two op amps, non-inverting and inverting and out for A, and the same for B, and we can see the pin numbers. And that is the same pin number, so they're both dual op amps, but this thing knows the difference. That A surprised me, and B I think is interesting. Very interesting. How do you think it knew the difference between those? Okay, because they're just dual op amps, so it's doing something a bit more than you might have thought. It doesn't support single op amps like 741 or OPO7, but it does say NE555 timer. So let's try one. NE555. Okay, these are common devices. These are Darlington transistor arrays, ULN 2003. No stopping this thing, is there? ULN 2803. Yeah. Red LED. There. It does flash it, so you could say it does test it in that respect. I'm not sure if it's in the right place. Does say it tests low power LEDs, but I don't have like a full user manual that I can see for this. 7 segment displays. So stick it in and see what happens. I'm not sure which way round. Oh. What the heck? Yeah. See it lined up. Okay. See if this is the right way. What does that do? No, just error on that one. Other way. I mean, this is a multi-digit one, so a little bit of flickering and then error. Okay. Slightly different sort. Yeah, same thing again. Possibly it tests like single digit displays. I don't have one, or maybe I do. I probably do have, guys, but I can't lay my hands on them. But I have got some opto isolators, and it says it will test opto isolators. So this thing is a, let's see, what is it? P421 or something like that. I'm not sure which way round we put this. Let's try it. So that's that way round. Error. Try it the other way. PC817. That is a type of opto isolator. I have some in here, look. 817. In fact, that's actually where I actually took it from. So how about this one? This is PC317. Yeah, it says PC817, which is an opto isolator. Try some others. I mean, I have a bit of a selection of these in here. I just want to see if it recognises all of these 4-pin opto isolators being opto isolators. I mean, it's possible some of these are the thyristor type or triac type, I'm not sure. Yeah, again, it recognises that as an opto isolator, so it seems capable of recognising quite a range of opto isolators. Yeah. Now this one really surprised me. I'm not sure how we update the firmware, and I'm guessing we must have to use this as some sort of plugin, like a program header. I don't have a user manual. There's nothing particularly obvious, but I suspect one of you guys does have and has more information on this. But just out of the box, playing with it, you know, with this Chinese writing on. Between the two, this one really impressed me. This one, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Nothing against it, but that surprised me. I thought this was going to be junk. It ain't. So just to end, we said we'd see if we could read the markings on this chip. So it's certainly been well scratched off. We'll try a bit of marker. This often will help. Does that give us something? I'll adjust the lighting as well, the angle of the light across it. Rub this with my finger. Obviously I don't have it on my finger, but this can often tell us something. Yeah, I don't really see anything particularly readable on this one, unfortunately. I suspect it's a very common microcontroller. Detlef has gone to Germany for 10 days to take a holiday, so yeah, there's something. Yeah, you live on the Canary Islands, you go to cold Germany for a holiday. What do you think of that? So I'm not sure what that chip is. Maybe on the next live stream we could perhaps see if we could find out what it is. Yeah, that's one for Detlef, or again, one for you guys out there. So you know what my conclusion is. One of those really surprised me. I'm a bit amazed, especially the fact it could tell the difference between those dual op amps. I mean, the pinout's the same, so how did it know that one was what it recognised, LM358, and the other one that said error? Okay, hope you enjoyed that. Comments below. Look forward to seeing you all soon again on another Learning Electronics Repair video. Ciao for now, guys.